like almost every Polynesian family, they do this because they don't believe in this as well. Like this is another thing that they don't believe in, and this is a big reason of why our people also suffer from depression, because like it's such a stressor, it's such a trigger for them. They never taught me about the difference between like good touching and bad touching. And so
Gotcha.
like um like like I didn't know what that was, like, so it was like whatever. I was already like going through like feeling alone and whatnot, feeling like unworthy, like I wasn't good enough when I was younger. And then like I think about like my seventh grade year, I had like I just like was like over it. Like um I was like sexually assaulted by a family friend, and
Yeah.
I never told anyone, because like it was always like, oh, like they're gonna blame you, you're gonna be in trouble because you was being cheeky to them, like,
Yeah.
you know,
It's never the girl's fault. Yeah.
yeah, it's never the girl's fault. Like it's always victim blaming.
Yeah.
So after like that happened, I kind of just like I was just like numb, you know. I was so numb to everything. Um, I just stopped caring about everything, and I started like self harming because like I didn't know what it was. Like I didn't
Yeah.
know what it was, but I just remember like um I was in my bathroom one day, and like, like we're girls, so like we have to shave. So like we had like razors in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there and I was just staring at it in the bathroom, and I started taking it apart,
Yeah.
and I just sat there with the razor, and I was just like, I wonder if this is gonna hurt. So then like
Yeah.
it's self harming, and it was like I was trying to feel something and I couldn't feel anything. And I didn't get it. Like I was just like, why me? Like why is this happening to me? You know, um, I actually remember like around my eighth grade year, um, my family, like we have a lot of get-togethers, and we were getting together at my cousin's house one day for like a family event. Um, but we were like all sitting around the table, and my cousin, I had lifted my sleeves up to eat, and she had seen my arm, and she was like, "What's down on your arm?" And I was just like, "Oh, nothing. Like my friend did that with her." I told her my friend did it with her fingernail, and she gonna believe me. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, my friend did it with her fingernail. Like we were just playing around. Like it's
Yeah.
nothing. And so like, um, I don't know. Like I was going through a hard time with like trying to like cope with that. And then uh, at school, like, you know, like you deal with stereotypes at school, and like, some of the boys there, they weren't like really nice, I guess you can say. Like they were like such assholes. And like they would like low key like try to like bully me, I guess you
Yeah.
can. Because like us Samoans, like we're built bigger than regular people.
Yep. Yep.
We're just naturally built bigger than like regular people. And so like these like kids would like just be there, and like they would like almost every day they would just be making fun of me, like, oh, like you're fat, like you're like, why are you so much bigger than us? And like I don't know, like as a girl, like I was like, like I started to feel like, dang, like I must be hella ugly. Like, I started getting really self-cautious. I stopped eating. Like I didn't want to like gain any weight. And so like that kind of just added onto my depression, was like just everything that they were saying, like I was letting it get to me. And so like I just remember like I was just like I just started self-harming even more. And nobody in my family like ever noticed it. Um they never talked to me about it. Like they would see the scars, but they they never asked. And so it just kind of got worse. Um I had started dating like my daughter's dad probably my freshman year, and like I was still going through like depression and stuff. Um he didn't really know, but until like later on, but I was. And I thought like it was gonna get better, but it didn't really get better because then it made me want to distance myself from him. And then like especially when it came to like, you know, us starting to like do what we were doing, like I started like having flashbacks and like I was having panic attacks and like it just took me back to that time, like that moment. And like he never understood why. And like I had to tell him, like this is why, like cause like they would always be like, why do you like, cause when people used to hug me, like especially guys, I would flinch. Like I would flinch really bad.
That because you will think about that moment with the family member.
Yeah, like I would flinch
I
really.
would trigger you or something.
Yeah, and so I just remember like my daughter's dad like, why are you flinching?
Yeah.
Like like he was like, the fuck, like you're hella weird. And so and so I don't know. We ended up having the conversation, and he was the first person I ever told the story to, and you know at the time when I was telling him, I was like, dang, he probably thinking I'm just telling him this so he don't think I'm a hoe. But he didn't say that. He was just like he didn't really know what to say because like
Yeah.
what do you tell
Because
your
you're both like you're both 15 at this time, right?
yeah, like he's a year older than me. He's like, like what do you tell your 15-year-old girlfriend that
Yeah.
just told you something like that?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
he kind of was just like, oh, I'm sorry that you had to go through that,
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I didn't talk about it because I guess like I was still like in denial about it actually happening. And I never realized until what happened to me, like I never realized how much it had happened when I was younger. Um, like I never realized that it was bad when it happened to me when I was a little girl. Cause I'm like, oh, like I can trust this person. But then like as it was happening to me, like I didn't know it was it was bad. I didn't know it was something that you don't do until I got older and that like the whole thing
So,
happened. And so like
so,
I was
so it happened more than one time.
yeah, girl, like, you know, um it would like it would just be like touching like while I'm sleeping, and then like I just remember like I would just like pretend to sleep and I'd be like crying to myself. And then when it happened to me my 7th grade year, like the full thing, I was just like I never realized like what happened to me when I was younger wasn't okay. Like when I was younger, I was thinking it was okay, like, oh, like this person loves me, like they would never hurt me, like it's okay. But at the
Yeah.
same time, happening to me, I didn't like I was hurting. I was like, what is happening? Like I didn't understand it until it happened.
Yeah, and it was all from the same person.
No.
Oh, okay.
Uh um it was like a family friend when I was my 7th grade year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I never like told anyone about like any of it, because
Yeah.
I just I just didn't know and I just didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had told my daughter's dad about it. And like when I got pregnant, like things got better for me, but um I think like I was still like suffering from the depression because I was still like it got better, but I just remember like even like all the rumors and stuff that was like going around, like all the like shame that people were talking about me bringing, like I felt even more alone. Like I felt so alone. And like felt like my daughter's dad did like he couldn't, because I never like really took him around. And like even if he did try to say something, I'd be like, shut up, like that's my family, like don't say that, like I'd get
Yeah.
the.
Yeah.
But I just remember like even when I was pregnant, I was still dealing with it. Like I was still like cutting myself, and I was just like, dang, like I don't want to be here. Like I just remember I was like, like I just felt like I didn't want to be there. And then I was like, like my daughter, I don't want to bring my daughter into this world like this. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to a world where she's gonna have to deal with this. I don't want her to like have to suffer from this. And so like I started thinking like, like maybe the world would be better off without us.
Yeah.
You know, my depression, anxiety, it was just the roof. But I didn't do anything just because I was like, that's kind of selfish of me to like do that. Not just to me, but to my baby.
Yeah.
I just remember like people telling me like, before like, oh, like suicide's a one-way ticket to hell. And I was like, well, I don't want to go to hell. So like I'd be killing myself and my kid. Like so like I was like, what the heck? Like, okay, I don't want to go there. So I guess I'm gonna just keep it pushing, like deal with it. I still wasn't talking to anyone about it, but I don't know. I can't say that things got better, but they got like easier. I like I went through what I went through